Greece is a country of amazing beauty. The azure sea, endless beaches, bright sun, white houses, the aroma of strong coffee. All this is a unique atmosphere that disposes to an unforgettable vacation. Greece, officially the Hellenic Republic, is a state in the south of Europe, on the Balkan Peninsula, in the eastern Mediterranean. The capital of Greece is Athens. Recognized as the cradle of Western civilization and European culture, it was here that democracy and philosophy, science and art were born, which had a huge impact on the whole world. Greece kindly and hospitably opens its arms to everyone who wants to touch its great cultural and historical heritage or relax on its endless beaches and plunge into the azure waters of its seas. Modern Greece is a Mediterranean cuisine with a spicy oriental flavor, a developed tourist infrastructure, a gentle sea, stunning nature, shopping opportunities. Greece is famous for fur production and, of course, very hospitable hosts. The Greek landscape is an alternation of rocky, usually treeless mountains, densely populated valleys, numerous islands, straits and bays. Mountain ranges occupy almost a quarter of the surface of the country's territory. The highest point is the legendary Olympus. In fact, this is not one mountain, but the highest mountain range in Greece, 2,917 meters. The three highest peaks of Olympus are called Mytikas, 2,918 meters, Skolio, 2,912 meters, and Stephani, 2,905 meters. Olympus is not only a historical and mythological symbol, but also a natural monument. The Olympus National Reserve is characterized by a huge biodiversity. There are 1,700 plant species found here, which is 25% of all species found in Greece. Large river systems could not form on a narrow and mountainous peninsula, so mountain rivers prevail, short, stormy, with picturesque rapids and waterfalls, often flowing to the sea in narrow canyons. Greek cuisine is typically Mediterranean. It is simple, healthy and unpretentious. Dishes necessarily include vegetables, spices and olive oil in their composition. Greek cooking has been influenced by Turkish and Italian traditions throughout its history, but at the same time it has retained its originality. Olive oil is an important part of Greek cuisine. No meal in Greece is complete without it. This vitamin-rich oil is easily digested. It contains polyunsaturated acids, proteins, vitamins and fiber, which are necessary for the body. It is known that daily consumption of olives reduces the risk of diseases of the cardiovascular system, reduces the likelihood of a heart attack, prevents the development of cancer. The Greeks highly appreciate this liquid gold and season almost everything with it. Almost every Greek family has at least a few olive trees, sometimes growing tens of kilometers from the place of residence of the owners. A characteristic feature of Greek cooking is meze. This means the entire range of snacks, which is served at the beginning of the meal. One of the permanent elements of meze is the most popular, Zaziki, a dish made of yogurt, cucumber pulp, garlic and olive oil. Herbs and spices are very often used in Greek cuisine. Basically, it is oregano, mint, garlic, onion, dill, basil, thyme and bay leaves. The Greek pride, cheese, must be present on the table. It is produced by at least 50 varieties. Each region of Greece has its own special recipe. The most popular cheese is feta. It is used in the preparation of the famous Greek salads, which the Greeks themselves call poriatiki. Meat is no less popular in Greece. Preference is given to lamb or pork. One of the most famous dishes prepared with the addition of both meat and traditional Greek vegetables is Musaka. A popular Greek fast food is gyros, which is based on unleavened flatbread pita. It is lightly fried on both sides, then cut so that a pocket is obtained, which is tightly stuffed with finely chopped vegetables, fried pieces of pork or chicken, seasoned with yogurt sauce. Thanks to the sea, which, by the way, can be seen from almost any corner of any island, Greek cuisine abounds in fish and a variety of seafood: mullet, eel, swordfish, octopus, squid, shrimp, mussels, cuttlefish, lobsters and many others. Fish dishes can always be tasted in fish taverns, which are usually located on the shore. the basis for most Greek sweets or honey and nuts. The traditional Greek sweetness is baklava, a layer cake with chopped nuts, almonds and cinnamon, soaked in thick syrups. Loukoumades, Greek donuts, is a very delicious traditional Greek dessert that is prepared for important holidays. A large number of various fruits allow the Greeks to prepare the famous Greek jam, for which quince, figs, oranges, peaches, cherries, figs are used. There is a real cult of coffee in Greece. It is drunk always and everywhere. When making an appointment, a Greek will certainly say, "Meet me for coffee," or "I invite you for coffee." Tea in Greece is not popular at all. The Greeks consider a good mood to be an important ingredient in cooking, since without it the dish will not turn out to be either tasty or healthy. Greek moussaka with eggplant. Moussaka with eggplant is a bright representative of traditional Greek cuisine. This is, in fact, a puff vegetable casserole with fried minced meat, filled with cream cheese sauce. Ingredients for moussaka: 4 eggplants, about 700 grams, 500 grams minced meat, 2 onions, 4 to 5 tomatoes, about 300 grams, 75 grams of hard cheese, 150 milliliters dry white wine, 50 milliliters vegetable oil, preferably olive oil. For the sauce: 400 milliliters of milk, 150 grams hard cheese, 2 tablespoons flour, 2 eggs, 75 grams butter, a pinch of grated nutmeg. Step 1 for Greek moussaka with eggplant: grind the meat into minced meat. Peel the onion from the husk. If the eggplants are bitter, cut them into plates or rings and dip them in salted water. 1 tablespoon of salt per 1 liter of liquid, to get rid of the unpleasant taste. After 15 to 20 minutes, take them out and dry them with a paper towel. Make cross-shaped incisions on tomatoes, pour boiling water over them and immediately lower them into cold water, so the skin will easily separate from the pulp. Peel them and cut them into circles. Step 2 Sauce preparation. Melt butter in a preheated saucepan. Add flour to the butter and fry it, stirring constantly, until slightly golden brown, carefully breaking up the lumps. Pour in a little warmed milk. Continuing to stir constantly, bring the mass to a homogeneous consistency and thickening. The sauce should have the density of liquid sour cream. Remove from heat. Beat the eggs a little with a fork and gently introduce them into the sauce, trying to do it quickly so that they do not have time to curdle from the temperature. Grate the cheese on a fine grater. Stir it into the egg milk mixture while it is warm to melt it. Season the mass with nutmeg, add salt to taste and mix well. Step 3 Fry the eggplant slices in a well-heated frying pan with vegetable oil until half cooked, half a minute on each side. Cut the onion into half rings, fry it until translucent and add minced meat to it. Fry the minced meat with onions for 5 to 7 minutes, season with your favorite herbs and pour in the wine. Simmer until the liquid evaporates. Add salt to taste. In a separate frying pan, lightly add tomatoes so that they release excess liquid, which will interfere with the moussaka baking process. Put some of the fried eggplants in a baking dish so that they tightly cover the bottom. Put the minced meat on top of the eggplant and evenly distribute it. The next layer is laid out circles of tomatoes. All layers are repeated again starting with eggplants. Pour the formed casserole evenly with cream sauce and sprinkle grated cheese on top. Moussaka is baked at a temperature of 200 degrees. The cooking time ranges from 30 to 45 minutes, it all depends on how quickly the liquid boils. Therefore, the process should be controlled independently. The dishes should be baked, but not burnt. Useful advice. For baking moussaka in Greek, it is better to use a form with high sides, so that when pouring the dish with sauce, it does not overflow over the edges. On a note, in the classic Greek moussaka recipe with eggplant, lamb or beef is used to prepare minced meat. In extreme cases, you can mix beef with pork in a ratio of 1:1. By the way, ready-made moussaka is a fragrant casserole with a golden cheese crust. Before serving, it should be allowed to infuse and rest for 15 minutes so that it is soaked in the juices of all the ingredients. It is more effective to present moussaka on the table directly on a baking sheet or in a baking dish. Subscribe to the channel and put likes. Do not miss the new video.